Hello and welcome everyone to a very lovely edition of the Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski here, wishing everybody a very happy Valentine's Day. We'll take a look at some romantic and fun things that you can do this weekend all across West Michigan, and also the weather that you can expect during that stretch. But first, we head to East Lansing for our first story of the day. Yesterday marked the 2-year anniversary of the horrific shooting on Michigan State's campus. 3 students, Ariel Anderson, Alexandria Verner, and Brian Fraser, were killed the night of February 13, 2023. One of the victims, Fraser, was a student worker at the MSU Union during that shooting. News 8 actually spoke to one of the school's cooks who worked with Fraser that night. She spoke about who Fraser was, and also she reflected on that fateful night. You can find that full conversation as well as our coverage on the 2-year anniversary of that shooting right now on woodtv.com. A man accused of killing his girlfriend in Grand Rapids earlier this week was arrested yesterday in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alida Lung was found dead inside her home Wednesday afternoon. An autopsy revealed that Lung had died due to blunt force trauma. The investigation shifted to Lung's boyfriend, Randy Buckner. Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom said that officers had previously been called for a domestic incident between the two that resulted in Buckner being arrested. It was determined that Buckner had taken Lung's car and was heading west until authorities in New Mexico were able to track him down and place him under arrest. Buckner is expected to be extradited back to Michigan to face the open murder charge against him, although a timeline for that has not yet been determined. And we have an update to the much talked about tipped wages bill here in the state of Michigan, known as Senate Bill 8. It was actually passed the state Senate Thursday, with some changes being made to the bill. Of course, the bill would amend the Improved Workforce Opportunity Wage Act and is slated to go into effect next week following a ruling from the Michigan Supreme Court. The initial bill saw some opposition from those who say the bill would impact low-wage workers instead of helping them. These changes to the bill were done through bipartisan efforts. The bill must now pass through the Michigan House of Representatives by a vote. You can actually find a full copy of the amended bill right now over on our website. And now a heads up for pet owners. You might have to re-register your pet's microchip after one provider closed suddenly this year. Save the Life stopped operations last month, which means all pets who received one of their chips were removed from the Universal Pet Microchip database. Now, local shelters and humane societies are working to re-register those pets and get them back in the database in case they need to be found in the future. If you're curious if you need to re-register your pet's chip, you can take them to a local shelter or to your vet, and they can do quick scans for you there. Holland Public Schools has laid out a proposal that would consolidate its elementary schools into 3 buildings and also add an early childhood learning center by 2027. As of right now, Holland has 4 elementary schools. The plan would be to move the Holland Language Academy into the Jefferson Elementary building and then transform the former HLA building into the Early Childhood Learning Center. The district is looking for feedback from the community, though, before they move forward, and they are offering 6 different opportunities with open house meetings to ask questions and learn a little bit more about the proposal. We've got those times and dates for you right now inside our story on woodtv.com. And we've made it through another week. The weekend is just around the corner, and if you're looking for things to check out, we've got you covered with another weekend planner. 10 of the top events happening in West Michigan can be found there, including Rascal Flatts coming to Van Andel Arena on Saturday night with special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane as part of their Life is a Highway tour. The World Ice Fishing Championships are also getting started in Lakeview. 10 different countries are vying for that top finish, and they will be there all weekend long. And Winterfest returns to Gun Lake this Saturday as well. You'll be able to take a polar plunge, shop through the vendor market, or just watch some amazing singing as the winner of Gun Lake Idol will be crowned. All of that and more can be found inside this week's weekend planner over on woodtv.com. And speaking of the weekend, let's check out what we can expect weather-wise. Here is Storm Team 8 meteorologist Sarah Flynn.
Good morning, West Michigan. Happy Valentine's Day. A quiet daytime. We'll see high temperatures reach those low to mid 20s, and then snow arrives after dark. Winter weather advisory officially going into effect at 11 o'clock tonight. That'll carry until 7 o'clock on Saturday, but that's not really where our snow comes to an end. We have a lot of snow in the forecast, but we'll focus in on the next 36 hours or so here. Again, we'll see that cloud cover continue to grow today. Snow on the Lakeshore's doorstep right around that 9 o'clock hour, and then overnight does become fairly moderate to heavy at times. Expect a few inches of snow on the roadways as you're waking up Saturday morning. This will continue throughout much of the afternoon as well as into the evening. And as temperatures warm, we could see just a little bit of mixing for our southernmost counties. That's the area of greatest uncertainty. How much mixing will we see? Likely some lesser snow amounts there at about 2 to 4 inches as melting really is going to take shape. Vast majority of us, though, looking at 4 to 7 inches. That is through Sunday morning when the system snow ends. Lake effect continues Sunday afternoon, Monday, and Tuesday with frigid temperatures.
All right, thanks, Sarah. And we end this Valentine's Day show with an update to a story that we brought you last year. Bill Hasinger and Joanne Blaken were high school sweethearts, but split up and stayed apart for over 70 years. That was until they reconnected in person and also reconnected their love for one another. The couple has been going strong, and now the couple is actually engaged to one another. They also keep each other busy with plenty of trips around the state and even to Hawaii, as well as playing plenty of card games together. You can actually check out this improbable love story right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And that is going to do it for us today on the Daily 8. We'll see you next week for another round of stories, of course. I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day and an even better weekend.